Listen to your preferred news feeds with Odiogo.com.
The Shambles, which is Britain's immigration system. Immigration officers' lives are made easier if they grant visas rather than refuse them. Illegals are freed and given maps to make their own way to detention centers and use false passports to get government jobs. These are but some of the almost unbelievable catastrophes which daily strike Britain's so-called immigration system, which is the product of decades of Tory and Labour-induced soft-touch Britain policies. A recent report by the Commons Home Affairs Select Committee has warned that while the reasons for a visa refusal are regularly reviewed, and therefore subject to detailed scrutiny, those for an approval are not. Immigration staff must provide far less evidence as to why they have approved an application to come to Britain than they do if they want to reject it, leading them to potentially approve more than they should. The warning comes less than 2 months after a watchdog said around 300,000 foreigners who should not be granted visas are allowed into Britain every year. Evidence submitted to the Select Committee indicated that around 15% of short-term visas were wrongly approved because it was easier than rejecting applications. Sir Andrew Green, chairman of Migration Watch, said, "This is a very serious issue. There is strong pressure on entry clearance officers to grant visas rather than refuse them. This will lead to an even greater number of visitors overstaying their visa and becoming an illegal immigrant in Britain. Those illegal immigrants who are picked up, are more often than not given photocopied maps and told to report by themselves to detention centers. Instead of detaining them, police routinely hand them what has been described as a barely legible map and told to make their own way to an immigration center. Currently, when police stop illegal immigrants who have just arrived in Britain, they are required to notify the UK Border Agency. But the agency advises police not to lock them up if they are not deemed an immediate risk to public safety. The agency says it has no records of how many illegals are released into society by police on their advice. Meanwhile, an illegal immigrant from the Congo found work as a cleaner at the DVLA in Swansea using a false passport, it has emerged. The man, who had been refused asylum in this country, used a false passport as identification when seeking a job with a cleaning company. The disgraceful situation was revealed when Sammy Lutia appeared before Swansea Crown Court to admit possessing a false identity document. The 54-year-old entered the UK illegally in 2002 and claimed asylum, prosecutor Nicola Powell told the court. He was granted temporary admission by the Home Office while his claim was looked into. Lutia, who lives in Queen's Road, Sketty, was provided with accommodation and benefits by the National Asylum Seeker Service. His application for asylum was refused, but he did not leave voluntarily and continued to live, unauthorized, in asylum seeker accommodation until his arrest early last month. Because he does not have a genuine passport, he cannot be returned to the Republic of Congo. Ms. Powell said in 2005 he obtained from a friend what he believed to be a genuine Belgian passport. The friend put a photograph of Lutia into the passport, which was in the name of John Adami. Lutia, a French speaker, assumed that identity and presented the passport as evidence of his identity to OCS Cleaning and Environmental Services at the DVLA site when applying for a position there in June 2007. He got a job and worked as a cleaner until his arrest in December 2008. The judge imposed a 35-week prison term suspended for 18 months and ordered him to do 150 hours of unpaid work for the community. In thanking the judge, Lutia says, in French, "I swear I will never commit another offense in my life as long as I live in the UK." Share.